What is going on, everybody? This is Jacob Shoup. You're watching the Tom O'Brien Show. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. It looks like if you're in the Bay Area, and I mean Tampa Bay area, we're gonna get a lot of rain tonight. We're gonna get very chilly as well, which I'm looking forward to. Man, you know, I love the cold weather, but I also love it being sunny. Florida's kind of one of the places you can really get that often, and I was a little bit sad that we might not get it for long this year. So today, what is Wednesday today? So that's perfect. We're gonna have Steve Rhodes on actually on Friday. Really looking forward to that. And then we're gonna be joined by Elliot Wellenbach of Direction. You definitely don't want to miss that. You know, I love playing Direction shares. It really helps me kind of hedge my position, especially around earnings. We're gonna talk all about that for sure. He'll be on at the 3:15 segment. Right now, taking a look at the SPY, you're up 0.22%, all right? You know, yeah, the Fed minutes come out, they're worried about inflation a little bit, they're worried about tariffs mainly. And we've spoken a little bit about how, you know, the tariffs can be in place and the Fed can keep, you know, their rates elevated, but you still get kind of cheaper prices, at least on loans, if you can suppress the 10-year rate, right? And this whole concept, I think that Trump's trying to do is essentially do that, right? It'll be very interesting to see. Of course, you can also gain value from leveraging assets as opposed to debt, which is kind of what we do now. Moving over to assets would be kind of interesting, and we'll see if he can monetize, you know, the asset portion of the balance sheet. It's all very interesting stuff. Oh man. Okay, so let's think here. We have the SPY up 0.19% at 612. We have the composite up about 0.19% at 20,080. You have that Dow Jones Industrial trading off about 0.06% at 44,531. And the Russell, okay, off about 0.27% at 2,291. Of course, you can get smacked with higher rates at that level for longer, especially in some of your smaller companies there. And you get the dollar, you're up about 0.18% at 107.19. Crude is cooking up 0.46% at $72.16. And gold, kind of flat right now, 2,947. All right, what is it that we need to look at? Okay, Tesla. I personally, again, I think, you know, and this isn't just vibes, you know, we're not doing like Gilmore Girl analysis or anything like that, right? I mean, their business is contracting, right? I mean, we're pricing in a massive growth company here. You had P of 177, trading at $1.1 trillion. And you guys have heard the spiel before that I've had with Tesla. You know kind of what my thesis is on this. I think this is somewhat of a dead cat bounce, you know? I mean, you have declining volume coming off of this, you know, pretty big recent low on some decent volume. You know, this thing needs just another kind of catalyst to shake out even more, which will probably be other quarterly earnings. And we'll see what happens. It is interesting to see some of these big guys kind of pivot a little bit. And I say big guys meaning Meta and Apple and, of course, Tesla as well, with humanoid robotics. I think that's interesting. You know, how much of that is just kind of a way to generate hype? And that is something that, you know, should be understood, right? That these, you know, kind of marketers, in a sense, you know, they want to build hype around their brand. They see how high these kind of things can go. I mean, Tesla was purely a hype company for a very long time, you know, and I would say, you know, honestly, at these valuations, it still totally is, you know. So kind of interesting. I'm still looking at, you know, 280. I think it needs to give back the Trump bump. I really do. And I think he puts himself at a higher amount of risk doing what he's doing currently. Now, you know, who's to say that, you know, the current government or whoever, you know, punishes him or investigates him for what he's doing. But, you know, say we have Senate elections coming up in 2 years or whatever, and you get a House flip or whatnot, or Senate flip, you know, you can get into a serious situation with this. And I'm not saying that will happen. I also don't know if that really should be weighted heavily in any kind of short thesis on Tesla. But yeah, it is still something that kind of remains. Let's see what else we got kind of rocking right now. You have UZ off 7.26%, Palantir coming down a little bit. But man, I mean, you're still super high. I mean, that gap up, the run after the gap up is unbelievable, right? I mean, you have a 634 PE. The market cap is 262. I think what people are looking at, you know, is saying like, well, hey, if all these other companies are, you know, $1 trillion, why isn't Palantir? And I don't think that is a proper way to look at this at all. I think that's kind of naive to an extent. Yeah, I think this is kind of what I've been seeing, right? Like, hey, if all these other guys are $1 trillion, why can't Palantir be that either. So kind of strange. My thing with Palantir is I think it's in one of those territories where you really don't know how you can short something like this, right? Or buy puts for it or whatever it might be. Speaking on kind of options, taking a look at SMCI, of course, we're looking for earnings coming out the 25th. We've had calls, right? 37 strike for February 28th. You start getting to a level here where you see the gains you have, and it's like, do you really want to hold it? The way I think about it, you're trading at a 37 billion market cap right now. They're projecting 40 billion for 2026. If you say even trade, market cap 3 times that, you can really see this stock up around like 170. Now, not saying that's going to happen at all, and there's still a lot of big ifs with this company, namely being, do they even publish on the 25th? Part of me, and I was talking about this in the den a little bit, part of me is thinking like, hey, why not just buy, puts 35 strike for February 28th as well? The gain on being in the money on our 37 calls was phenomenal already. I can take that, or that, position can take, let's say, whatever it costs to get however many contracts for that put. I think that might be the move if you have options in SMCI, because here's what I think, right? You can do it so far out of the money on puts, because if they don't report, this stock craters. This is kind of a unique situation, right? You don't get to see that all the time. And so, all right, let's say it does continue to go up and you stay at these levels, because it'll probably be at these levels that they absolutely publish, right? If not higher. You might get some momentary shakeout, just to see what happens. But it definitely stays at these kind of elevated levels. And then, okay, well, you just lost the premium on the put contract. Okay, not a big deal, because you've already made so much being, depending on what your strike was when you bought the calls. So anyways, long story short, I think I'm going to take a position like that, because in the event that they don't publish on the 25th, man, we will be, those puts will print. They really will print. Up 13.5% at 63.29. And then another one I'm looking on buying puts on, you have Oklo coming up with earnings. And man, I don't think it needs to be at this level. Even the shake off of 10%, I think, is not enough. Folks, stay right there. We'll be right back with Elliot Wellenbach of Direction when we return.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and